Hello, I'm Gabby Stubbs, and today we're at the North Lima, Ohio main terminal to learn about loading and unloading procedures from Mike Kohler, one of the drivers here at Dirt Trucking. But before we do, remember, safety first.
When delivering product to our customers, remember, think safety first. Enter the job site slowly. Look for overhead wires and objects. Be careful with belly line clearance on uneven surfaces. Back up carefully. Use a ground guide. If there are any questions regarding the site or safety concerns, call dispatch.
Hello, I'm Mike Kohler, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to load and unload hopper trailers. We're going to start with loading the hopper. The first thing we do when we're loading the hopper is make sure that we're following policy of the customer and have this proper safety equipment. To start, you want to make sure that your hatch lids are all closed properly. You want to make sure that all your product valves are closed. You want to make sure that all your screens are closed. Next, hook up your hoses to the trailer. Hoses are located, of course, in this hose tube. There's one on each side of this trailer. When taking the hose out of the hose, it's important not to let the backside of the hose fall to the ground to prevent coupling damage. Now we're ready to hook the hopper up to start loading cargo. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your valve is closed before you take your safety cap off. Next, we take our vent hose and hook it to the vent. Now we go to the rear of the trailer and hook up this intake line. Okay, now we're ready to put the product line, intake line onto the back of the trailer. We're going to need some fittings to do this. You always make sure that your valve is closed before you take off the safety cap. Have a 45-degree elbow. I have a sight glass. And the intake line from the customer to the trailer. Next, we'll be putting safety straps on all the cam locks to make sure they're secured down and won't come off during loading. Now that we have all our safety straps on, everything, We're ready to do a final walk around and make sure everything's secure for loading. I'm going to just take a quick look at my manways and make sure they're all closed. We'll make sure that all my product valves are closed and my screens are closed. And my 1-inch lines on the screens are all closed. Now we're ready to accept the carbon. So now that we know that the vessel's ready to accept the carbon, we're ready to open the valve. This will allow the carbon to go into the back of the trailer. You have to have your vent valve open. So now we can tell the operator that we're ready to accept the carbon. Okay, now that we've loaded the trailer, and we're finished loading and we have all the carbon on the vessel, we're ready to start draining. First, we're going to take our vent line off the vent. Never take the vent line off the vent until you close the vent. Vent's closed. Then we'll take the pressure off the line from the customer. Once the pressure's off the line from the customer, we can disattach. Now we'll be hooking up to the product line to drain the water off the trailer. Putting a sight glass on so that we can see water go through. Now that we have attached our drain line to the product line at the bottom of the trailer, we're ready to open our screens. Okay, now that once you have your screens open, you have to make sure that your vessel is vented. So we're going to open our vent lines. Okay, now that the screens are open, we want to make sure that you have the vessel vented properly. So we want to make sure that we have valves open to allow air to go into the trailer so that the water will come out. So this is open, and the vent line on the vent will also be open. That's it. We're draining. Okay, now that we've been draining for a while, we can see in our sight glass that the water's quit flowing through the hose. We can go ahead and close all our screens on the other side of the trailer there. Before I gotta go close it. Now that our screens are closed, we've drained all the water off the trailer, we're ready to close all the safety caps on the trailer and prepare for transport. doing unloading a trailer. Like we did when we loaded the trailer, we made sure that all our valves were closed and our latches were secured. Now we're ready to begin the unloading process. We need to flood the carbon with water to slurry it off the trailer. So we'll be using the intake line to add water to the trailer. Always make sure that your valve's closed before you take off the safety cap. Now we're going to go over to the vent line. Always make sure you have your valve closed before you take your safety cap off. Take that off. I'm going to open the vent line. Whenever you open the vent line, be aware not to stand in front of the hole because you don't want to cause injury by something comes out. Then we'll open this valve here. Now the customer is ready to give us water. Once the trailer is full of water, water will discharge out of the vent. Once that happens, we'll shut the water off and tell the operator to shut his water down. After the trailer's been fully watered and water's discharged through the vent, we'll shut this valve. Then we'll be hooking a air source up to this 1-inch line. Okay. Okay, we're going to move over to the vent. Now we're going to hook our product line up to the product. Make sure everything's closed underneath. I'm using a sight glass. Then we'll be putting a gauge on our vent. All right, now we're going to put a water source onto the front of the product line.